Word problems involving fractions and equations. Now this is the tricky part of mathematics. Everything we've learned in the past, from the first chapter down to this chapter, we're going to use word problems. By word problems, I mean the problems we encounter day to day in the market, as you speak and discuss with your friend. We speak in English and not the way mathematics is written. So word problems involving fractions and equations. Now let's take, for example, our first question here says, the sum of 4 consecutive numbers is 58. Find the number. The sum of 4 consecutive numbers, consecutive numbers is 58. Find the number. Now the first one I'm going to explain is meaning of consecutive. Consecutive means that the 4 numbers follow each other. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. The numbers follow each other, not something like 2, 4. 2, 4 is not consecutive. Consecutive 2, 3 are 2 consecutive numbers. So these numbers, we don't know the numbers. So let's say the first number is x. The next one, since they are consecutive, will now be x plus 1. Now the next number will now be x plus 2. And the last number will now be x plus 3. So the number could be any number, x. So this x, we'll call x a variable, which could be any number. And since they are consecutive, that means they are one step apart, x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3. Okay, so we now have that the sum of the 4 consecutive numbers equals 58. That means x plus 1 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 3 equals 58. As usual, I'll bring the like terms together. We have x plus x plus x plus x plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 58. So put all the x's together. We have 4x plus, we'll add this together, plus 6 equals 58. We'll move 6 to the other side. We'll have 4x equals 58 minus 6. 4x equals 52. Therefore, x will now be equal to 52 divided by 4. And what we divide, what do we have? 1 and 3. So our answer is 13. That means x equals 13. And therefore, the other number will be 14. 15 and 16. These are the 4 consecutive numbers. And this means that when you add all these numbers to confirm, they should give you 58. So you have 13 plus 14 will give you 27, plus 15 will give you 42, then plus 16 will give you 58. Therefore, we are correct. So this is one way of confirming an exam, or if your answer is actually correct, you can walk backwards and to verify if you are correct. If it doesn't give you 58, that means there's a problem. Okay, let's take the next word problem. And this says, Bola and Peter share 54 kobo. 54 kobo. So that Peter has 8 kobo less than Bola. Peter has 8 kobo less than Bola. Therefore, if Bola shares x, it means that Peter's share will now be x minus 8. Okay? So that this invariably means that x, which is Bola's share, plus Peter's share, will give us 54. So when we open the bracket, we have x plus x minus 8 equals 54. Meaning that 2x minus 8 equals 54. We move 8 to the other side. We don't have that 2x equals 54 plus 8. When we add that, we have it as 62. Therefore, x will now give us 62 divided by 2, which is 31. So if x is 31, which is Bola's share, it now means that Peter's share will now be 31 minus 8. And when you subtract that, you have Peter's share as 23. So therefore, Peter equals 23, and Bola will give us 31. And when you add, ultimately, you still have 54 as the total amount shared. So So this confirms that you are correct. Okay, now let's take another example. The example goes this way. Gabriel is 11 years older than Collins. Okay, so Gabriel is 11 years older than Collins. In 5 years' time, Gabriel will be twice as old as Collins. Write it. In 5 years, Gabriel will be twice as old as Collins. Then find their present ages. So now let's say Gabriel is X years old. It means that from the first sentence, Gabriel is 11 years older than Collins. It means that Collins will be X minus 11 years. Okay? Now, in 5 years' time, Gabriel will be twice as old as Collins. What does this mean? In 5 years, Gabriel will be X plus 5 years, and Collins will be X minus 11 plus 5 years 2. But it now says in 5 years, Gabriel will be twice as old as Collins. What does this mean? Let's say Gabriel is 4. It means that Collins will be 2, twice as old as Collins. Or let's say Gabriel is 8. It means that Collins will be 4. To express it as an equation, we'll write that this age will be 2 times of this one. So bringing it to this side, we'll have that X plus 5 equals 2 multiplying X minus 11 plus 5, everything in brackets, 2 multiplying this. So that means X plus 5 equals 2 into X, if we simplify this, minus 6. It means that X plus 5 equals, open the brackets, 2X minus 12. Okay, we'll collect like terms. We'll have that 5 on this side plus 12 equals 2X minus X. And therefore, it now gives us that 17 equals X. So, since X is equals to 17, it means that Gabriel is 17 years old, and Collins will now be 17 minus 11, which is what? Which is 6. So let's write it out here. Gabriel will be 17 and Collins will be 6. Now let's confirm if we are right. So in 5 years' time, Gabriel will be 17 plus 5, which is 22, and Collins will be 11. So we'll have it that Gabriel is now 2 years older than this. So therefore this is correct and is our final answer. Now click on Start Quiz and answer all the questions following.